Alright, welcome back to another video. As you saw from previous video, this bike blew up, and it's still blown up, obviously. Compression, I mean, I can just push it down. There's zero compression there. So today we're going to take apart the whole bike, right down to the piston. I want to see what the heck is causing this like zero compression problem. I feel like I hold the piston. Maybe the guy before me didn't break in the bike long enough, because he did say there was a new piston in it. Maybe the piston was junk. Maybe he put it in backwards. I have no idea. Maybe the power valves are junk. That would suck. I'm not too worried about it. You can still probably get like $500 for it. So if anything, I lose like 400. Even if like the whole motor's junk, I could still get like $500 for it. So I'm not like super stressed out about it or anything. I've got some extra money to work with, so I'm not like too mad. I did only buy it for $900, so I mean it's a $1,700 bike. So if I just put a couple $100 into it, I can still make money on it. So I'm not too worried. If it needs a new piston, pistons are like $140. If it needs new rings are about $40. If it needs new power valves, then I'm probably just gonna sell it, because I don't even think you can find power valves for this, unless they're like $400, and I'm not gonna do that. That's just not worth it. So and it's super hard to find them. Like, I don't even think you can. But anyway, we're gonna start tearing it apart, see what's wrong with it. Stay tuned. All right, so a little update on this. Got the head off, and as you can see, I think the ring went, because you can see all this corrosion on the piston, or not corrosion, but like little divots in there. And look at the head. The head is all scraped up too. So it kind of looks like a ring got jammed up there and kept on bouncing up and down, and making those little divots in there. So the piston, as you can see, is all there. There's no hole in the piston. And the cylinder is smooth, which is a very good thing. Oh, well, what's that thing? Ooh. That's a big scrape in the cylinder right there. That would be what it is right there. Man, that's a huge gouge. That's exactly the size of a ring, as you can see. Let's see here if I can get a good angle of this. Hopefully I can focus on that. See the gouge right there? Thing is deep. It's like as deep as a ring, and I think that's what was causing the compression to go down here, because the piston's still there. Oh man, it just blew a ring. Are you kidding me? So I don't even know if you can bore that thing out anymore. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. But yeah, that thing needs to be bored. And it needs a new piston, I think. Needs a new piston, bore, and hopefully the ring didn't cause any more damage. But we're gonna take off the head, take off the carb, take off the air box, take off the air filter, and we're going to try to match up a new piston. I'm gonna send it off and probably get it bored out. We'll see what happens. It's my first time ever having to get something bored out, but guess we'll see here. Hopefully the power valves aren't wrecked. But yeah, that was the update. It sucks. And I just had an offer of $1,600 on this bike, so that'd be a profit of $700. But yeah, what can you do? So now I'll probably break even on it, but it'll still be fun, you know? Still be a fun time. Never rebuilt a bike before, so I've rebuilt bikes, but not like boring it out and stuff. I would put new pistons in. So when I take off the jug and everything, I'll update you guys again, and we'll see what the piston looks like. So stay tuned. Should be an exciting time. Alright guys, so I got the top end off. I don't know how this rod is supposed to be in here, but it's pretty wobbly back and forth like that. I don't know if you guys can tell. But up and down, when you pull up and down, it's fine. So I don't know if the rod or the crank needs to be changed out. These rod bearings in here. I don't know if you guys can see in there. Look at that play. Let me know in the comments what you think. The power valves and everything all seem to work. Everything's good in here. So the cylinder has that scratch right there. Let's see if I can get out in the sun here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But there's a huge scratch down the cylinder, probably 3 millimeters wide and like a millimeter thick, or deep. And yeah, so that's not good. This thing is really smooth though when you go around, so there's no like metal shavings or anything in there, so that's good. I mean, it looks fine. Everything's smooth in there, but I think it might need that play back to back like that is not, I don't think it's supposed to be that bad. That could be why it blew up. And I showed you guys this before, but look at how bad that is. And piston, I mean, look at how bad that piston is. And this ring right here is where the damage was. I mean, that's not good. That ring is stuck on there, right there. But both rings are here, so I'm kind of confused as to what happened. It does look like a new piston too. A newer piston. So I'm not too sure what the heck happened. Kind of strange. It's almost like you put the piston in backwards. The piston was in this way like that. They're sitting like that in the bike. So I'm trying to look for the arrow, but that it looks like it's all beat up on the top, so you can't even see where the arrow is. Usually the arrow mark points towards the exhaust. And this piston is the numbers on it. Let's see if I can see the numbers. 66960. I don't know what that means. If you guys know what that means, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that's what the piston looks like. Here's the bearing. Bearing was good. That was good. The pin, the wrist pin was good. So I don't know if I need to just rebuild the whole motor or what's going on. So I might just slap a new, obviously I needed to bore this out and put a new piston in there to make it work. I don't know who does that. I don't know if like, there's Eklund around me, and there's, what's the other place called? Forgot what the other place is called, but I think they bore out cylinders and do all that stuff. I would think. It can't be more than $400, I wouldn't think, but you never know. Here's the air filter. Got the carb off, got everything off over here. All the parts are just sitting over here. Everything else looks pretty good. Coolant was in there. Yeah, so I don't know. It just, now I just have to find someone to do the work, to do the bore job. Or I could just get a new head. But I think that would be really expensive. So probably gonna get like new gaskets, new piston, and then have them bore it to whatever the size of the piston is. So yeah, that's the update on the bike. So next video should be, hopefully I'll be installing the new piston and the new bore. It's gonna have to be bored out pretty far. Bet you this thing is gonna be like a 300cc bike now, because that gouge is pretty deep. I mean, I don't know how much room they have left to work with, but I think that piston was already kind of big to begin with. So we'll see if I can even bore it out. It might not be able to. It might be already too big. So I'm gonna take that jug in. We'll probably measure it and we'll go from there. But yeah, kind of sucks, but I guess this kind of thing happens and we just have to deal with it. So anyway, if you guys want to know how to take off the head, it's pretty easy on these 250s. There's just this little piece right here that connects into the piece right here. So you don't even have to do anything. On the older bikes, the older like RMs and stuff, see it just connects right into there. That little piece right there. So you can just slide the head off. On earlier models, there used to be a rod that would go all the way up to the power valves, and you'd have to disconnect the bar from the power valves to get the head off. And I mean the jug off, and that was kind of a pain. But this was a lot easier. You could just take it, just to slide it right off. So that was kind of new. I didn't even know that. But yeah, and then I'll probably check the reeds and stuff on that thing and make sure those are all good. Right now I'm just gonna drain the oil because the oil was filled with coolant. So that's the next step. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. And until next time, we are out.